So now let's talk about the news and the major articles I have singled out early in April, in the beginning of the month, so that we can see the main trends and can judge on the latest news. So let me share my screen and to tell you some news. Well, the first one I'm going to share to you is from Bitcoin to crypto revolution in 2021. This sounds really clickbaitable, especially crypto revolution. But the overview of this article is quite decent, and it gives us what our crypto journey is about and where we are going to. So this is the general overview of the market, and if you want to share with your friends and close people who are in your team, you can just share this article to understand what cryptocurrency is about and what it's valuable for. So this is quite a basic understanding. It explains us what cryptographic money called cryptocurrency are about and what features they have. So they are straightforward. It has complete reason, easily open. There is a proficient and legitimate group behind it. Its organization is reliable. So all the basic features that we value in cryptocurrency are listed here, and a short overview of the current market. So what decentralized finance is about. So this is a post to the existing system, and it works on different principles rather than the existing financial system. So we have NFT trend, which is called non-fungible token, and these are special type of values. I mean, monetary values and values in terms of ownership. So spotted associates between blockchain is another trend in cryptocurrency. So in simple words, it explains what it is about. Yield farming. If you remember our separate video about it, this is a certain organization and the way and method of acquire money utilizing digital currency. So as a collateral and getting benefit of it. Of course, it's risky, but the basic understanding is presented here, as well as concerns. Of course, we have concerns. Digital currency is apt and inclined to change. That's why there are some risks, of course, that everyone needs to note. So this is a nice overview. I really liked it, despite the clickbaitable title. I will share it in the description under this video. The next one, multi-chain world. So there is a big discussion in the cryptocurrency world regarding the multi-chains, multiple blockchains that are existing and are competing to each other, which is good for the market, which is good for the users, because competition and rivalry in the market is always improving the market, improving the quality, improving the services in all aspects. So there is a quick overview of Ethereum, and as a dominating blockchain, as we know, we see that Ethereum daily fees are really big and dominating, even compared to Bitcoin, because we'll talk about it in the next article, that Bitcoin is a different type of cryptocurrency compared to Ethereum. Ethereum is more operational and it's more infrastructural for many projects regarding DeFi, of course, including DeFi, of course. So nevertheless, despite the high fees, the users are willing to pay a big, overwhelming amount on Ethereum. So this is 5 times bigger than on Bitcoin, and 1,000 times bigger than on Binance Smart Chain. So this is a specific aspect. And another thing that the others blockchain have very little paid use. So this is a sort of compromise between security, between reliability and the cost. Like in real world, we always have to find compromise between paying for services and getting a good service. So we can save money and to get a worse service, or less reliable or less secure, or pay more and get more reliable, expensive, and secure service. So like in real life, we have this dilemma now. In cryptocurrency, this is pretty much the same. So you can choose, of course, to pay more for reliable services like on Ethereum, or to risk to save money. So that's why the popularity of other blockchains, despite their technical brilliance, is in question, and they are fighting for each dollar, I can say. Then that's what important. Money definition, 5 functions of money. You can Google it on, you can see it on Wikipedia. Of course, you can also drop this list of value to people who you want to share this information with. So no censorship. It relates to all cryptocurrency as a phenomenon. Then smart contracts. So this is the best value, the most important value, that Ethereum has smart contract system and infrastructure, the ecosystem which can operate for different platforms. Then typical money definitions as programmable, unit of account, medium of exchange. So this is relates to Ethereum as a classical definition of money. So in one of our previous videos, we talked about the nature of money. We need to understand what money is. It's not only what government tells us money, but what people define as value. So this is the key definition, and it is reflected in this article. As for particular but without marketing structure, because it's a long investment. That's why institutional investors are going to this harbor, safety, ability, like despite the economy is going up and down. So this is much of the value. And also you can read the conclusions about multi-chain world. So there are many killers for Ethereum, like one of the investor and startup owner tweeted in his Twitter, and he shared it quite in a funny manner, that in 2015-16, he said Ethereum will never work. We're going to kill Ethereum. Then he says we're going to be better than Ethereum. We're building bridges to Ethereum. And now he said we're going to build directly on Ethereum. So I pretty much agree with this position, because despite of all the challenges, Ethereum still stays the harbor of stability and profitability, nevertheless. Then of course, multi-chain world, you can read about it. The link will be below the video. Then it's not always good to predict the value, but the other article tells us that still the bull market mood remains. So according to the technical analysis, so the support resistance line is given here. So that's why there is big potential for Ethereum to grow further on. And like Sergey Heck told you in one of the videos 1 month ago or so, the predicted and reasonable price for Ethereum could be $5,000 per Ethereum. So this article proves this trend. Now, let's go to more specific topics. I want to show you the article reflecting about Uniswap, the dominating decentralized exchange, and version 3 protocol. So this article is mostly technical. If you want, you will read it, but I will tell you my conclusion about it. So version 2 protocol, we discussed this news recently, is to be implemented, and the main feature of that protocol is the division of liquidity providers into active and passive. So passive liquidity providers are like passive investors, who provide the value for the classical non-risky trading pairs, but active ones provide liquidity for risky assets, and of course they're giving more impulse for growth, and the platform itself of course is more interested in the active liquidity providers and wants to grant them more money and more reward. That's why they are dividing in this version 3 protocol. They are doing that. And another threat to a classical, so if we can say classical from last year, because decentralized exchange have been developed quite recently. If we can tell and speak about the classical decentralized exchanges, the main threat can be aggregators. So aggregators, in their view, like parasites that are on the body, and of course they're earning on more passive investors who made the classical approach to their liquidity provision. So and Uniswap, by implementing the version 3 protocol, so to say, rules them all and gives new rules to the market, to investors, so that they can stimulate what is interesting for the platform rather than for aggregators. So this is a new market, and the key players are playing their chess games, technological chess games between each other, and this is very interesting for us, of course, for users, because the services are getting better, and different sorts of interest between aggregators and decentralized exchanges themselves. Of course, their interests can be different, and sometimes it is more profitable to buy something at 1 inch rather than directly on Uniswap, because their protocol is taking the passive investors who are their liquidity, to be exact, which is more profitable for aggregators. That's why they're becoming profitable. And we talked about 1 inch. So let's go to 1 inch. The big news is Coinbase supported 1 inch, which influenced on their price. So 1 inch token just went up to $6.5. So that was a big growth, and this is the historical growth for this token as a governance token at 1 inch. So of course 1 inch is making a big expansions to Binance Smart Chain. We talked about it, and this is one of the stimulus for this platform to grow. It's good for us as users to see the competition between big players, and it brings us more profits, more values, and better services, of course. So this is the main conclusion. In the link, you will be able to read about Celsius, centralized competitor to the bank based on cryptocurrency services, and Cake. So, Cointelegraph tells us about this interesting project. So you can read the analytics. I will not do it now. So because I have to single out only what's the most important for you this week, and for me, of course. So thank you for watching this video. I hope it was useful for you. Bye bye.